In this video, I'm going to quickly show you what it looks like when you set up your ChatGPT account for the first time, and it's a free account. So you can see here that I am on chatgpt.com. I set up my account. If you don't have an account and you go here, you'll see over here in this corner an option to either log in or create your account. So just click the create account and set it up. It's free. So one of the things I want to show you is this ability to set your accent color. So you see I have my accent color set to green, which means that, for example, you see on this voice button over here that it's green. You can also select a voice. So ChatGPT has several different voices that you can select from. So if you're using the voice option and it's speaking back to you, this would be the voice that it will use to speak back to you. So you can play the different ones and select the one that you like the best. The language, I just simply set it to auto detect, and same for the spoken language. I did not change that. I just let that be. And then I also went with it matching my system as far as whether or not to use a dark or light theme. You can change that and set that how you want to, but I just wanted to quickly show you those basic settings when you first set up your account. There are some other things here that you can walk through and look at them on your own and set those things up. You certainly can put a message in this video and let me know if you have questions around the other settings, and I'll be glad to do a video on those things. But let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like to do your very first prompt, to ask ChatGPT your first question. You might be sitting here looking at the screen and thinking, I don't even know what I want to ask it. And that's okay. I felt like that the first time I used it too. One of the things you can practice with is anytime that you are going to go to Google and look something up, you can try looking it up here and seeing what kind of results you get from doing a query within ChatGPT versus doing a query through Google. However, for right now, we're just going to do a pretty simple prompt just to show you what it's like. So I'm going to put in here, you'll see me mistype. I live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. What's the weather today? And you'll see that it gave me pretty quickly the weather for the day by the hour. And it also gives me some tips on what to expect and tips for the day. And I can ask it to give me more information like wind speed, humidity, or forecast for later in the week. I'm going to say do all week. And this is giving me the high and low temperatures for the week, some weekly forecast highlights, some other things that you might want to know about the weather, warm days ahead, thunderstorm watch, that sort of thing. And then it's asking me if I want to take a deeper dive. You can keep going with this. You can continue the conversation, or if you're done, you can simply close out your ChatGPT browser window and move on with your day. You can start a new chat. So if you click up here and say new chat, then it leaves this weather forecast chat as it has named it. And you could simply start a new chat on a new topic. Your chats will get saved here, and you have an option to delete them if the chat is something that you don't need to keep or you don't need to refer back to, in order to keep this from filling up too much and having a huge list of chats that you're looking through to maybe find one that you do want to go back to. You can delete the ones that you don't need to go back to. You can also do what's called temporary mode. So if you turn on temporary chat, it means that it won't save the chat over here in your history, and it won't use it for any other reason. You simply can ask your question and then get out of it, and it's not saved in your history in any way. So that's also a great way to just do that temporary chat if you know you're asking about something you don't want to save. Sometimes you don't know it ahead of time, and that's okay. You can always, like I said, go in here and delete any chats that you don't need, or archive them if you think you might want to refer back to it later, but you don't want to keep it over here in your side panel. So that's just a quick overview for you of how to do your first chat when you set up your free account with ChatGPT.